Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs wobble just a little more than they used to? Maybe you used to walk to the kitchen with ease, but now it feels like climbing a hill. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And it's not just old age. The truth is, your legs are powerful, but they need the right fuel to stay strong, especially as you get older. Now, I know many people think weakness or soreness is just something you have to accept after 60, 70, or even 80. But what if I told you that the right vitamins, yes, simple everyday nutrients, can make a world of difference in how strong and steady your legs feel? In this video, we're going to talk about 8 essential vitamins that help keep your legs strong and mobile, no matter your age. These aren't strange supplements or expensive miracle pills. These are science-backed, practical nutrients your body craves. And chances are you might be missing 1 or 2 of them. And when your legs are stronger, everything feels better. Walking, getting out of bed, climbing stairs, and even your confidence. Let's get into the first one because it's a big one, vitamin D. This one is known as the sunshine vitamin, and for good reason. When sunlight hits your skin, your body makes it naturally. But here's the problem. Most older adults aren't getting enough sun. Maybe you stay indoors more. Maybe you wear sunscreen or live in a cloudy area. Whatever the reason, low vitamin D levels are incredibly common in seniors. Now, why does that matter for your legs? Well, vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, which strengthens bones. But it also plays a key role in muscle strength and balance. Without it, muscles weaken. The legs especially start to feel heavier and coordination suffers. Some studies have even linked low vitamin D with a higher risk of falling. So, what can you do? You can get vitamin D from sunlight. Just 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun can help. You can also find it in fatty fish like salmon, fortified milk, and eggs. And if your doctor says you're low, a simple vitamin D3 supplement might be just what your body needs. Now let's move on to another powerhouse, vitamin B12. This one is often overlooked, but it's crucial for seniors. It helps with nerve function, and that's where your legs come in. Weakness, tingling, numbness in your feet or legs. That could be a sign your nerves aren't getting the support they need. And a B12 deficiency can sneak up on you, especially if you're over 60, because your body gets less efficient at absorbing it from food. I've met people who were told they had arthritis or neuropathy, when really it was just low B12. Once they started getting enough through foods like meat, fish, dairy, or with a supplement, they felt the strength return to their legs, the numbness faded, and they could walk with more ease. And here's something important. If you're vegetarian, vegan, or take certain medications like metformin or antacids regularly, you're at a higher risk of low B12, so it's definitely worth checking with your doctor. A simple blood test can show your levels, and the fix is usually easy. All right, now let's talk about one that isn't mentioned enough when it comes to leg health, vitamin E. Vitamin E is a strong antioxidant, but more importantly for your legs, it supports circulation. Good blood flow means your muscles and nerves get the oxygen and nutrients they need to work properly. Poor circulation, on the other hand, can make your legs feel cold, tired, or achy, especially at the end of the day. Know a lot of folks who say, "My legs just feel heavy," or "I get cramps at night." That can often be traced back to poor blood flow, and vitamin E may help. You can find it in foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, spinach, and avocados. And if you're not getting enough, supplements are available, but always check with your doctor first, because too much can interfere with certain medications. It's amazing how your legs, those dependable limbs that carried you through. And one of the most important vitamins for that is vitamin C. Now, when people think of vitamin C, they usually think of colds and orange juice. But let me tell you something. Vitamin C is doing a lot more behind the scenes, especially for your muscles and legs. This vitamin helps your body produce collagen. Think of collagen like the glue that holds your body together. It keeps your skin firm, your joints flexible, and your muscles and tendons strong. As we age, collagen production naturally slows down. That's why your knees might creak more than they used to, or why it takes longer to bounce back after a walk or workout. Vitamin C also helps reduce inflammation, which can ease leg pain and swelling. And if you've got poor circulation, it can strengthen your blood vessels and help everything flow a little more smoothly. You can find vitamin C in all kinds of fruits and vegetables, especially citrus fruits, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli. And if you're someone who doesn't always eat a lot of fresh produce, a small supplement might help fill in the gap. Just be sure not to overdo it. Your body can only use so much at a time. Now let's talk about vitamin K. This one might surprise you. It doesn't get as much attention, but it plays a big role in keeping your bones and blood vessels healthy, which matters a lot when we're talking about strong legs. Vitamin K helps direct calcium to the right places in your body, your bones and teeth, instead of letting it build up in your arteries where it can cause problems. Stronger bones mean less risk of fractures and more stability when you walk, stand, or get out of bed. But here's the catch. Many seniors don't get enough of it, especially if they're eating less leafy greens or if they're on blood thinners, which can interact with vitamin K. That's why it's really important to talk to your doctor before adding a K supplement. That said, foods like kale, spinach, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts are great natural sources. Even adding just a few servings a week can give your legs and joints the support they need. Now let me tell you about a vitamin that works a little differently, vitamin B6. This one's all about nerve function, especially the kind that connects your brain to your feet. Ever had that pins and needles feeling? Or maybe your feet feel numb when you've been sitting too long. That could be your nerves sending a distress signal, and B6 might be able to help. It helps create neurotransmitters. Those are the chemical messengers that carry signals through your nervous system. When your B6 levels are too low, those signals can get a bit scrambled. That can make your legs feel weak, uncoordinated, or just plain tired. The good news is, B6 is found in many foods you may already enjoy: bananas, chicken, potatoes, and even fortified cereals. But again, as we get older, our bodies don't absorb nutrients as easily, and certain medications like blood pressure pills or arthritis drugs can lower B6 levels even more. You don't need a huge amount, just enough to keep things running smoothly. And if your legs have been feeling off lately, it might be worth looking into. So far, we've talked about 6 vitamins: D, B12, E, C, K, and B6, all with their own unique way of helping your legs stay strong, steady, and pain-free. You might not notice the difference overnight, but over time, your body starts to thank you in subtle ways. You get up from the couch a little faster, you walk a little farther without needing a break, you sleep better because your legs aren't restless at night. And I want you to imagine that version of yourself, not one who's slowing down, but one who's picking up momentum. That version of you who feels confident walking through the grocery store without fear of falling, who doesn't need to hold onto the wall when climbing the stairs, who can walk in the park with your grandkids and not need to sit down every 5 minutes. Because here's the thing, age doesn't automatically mean weakness, it just means. And here's where we come to a vitamin that many people forget, but your legs absolutely remember: magnesium. Now, I know magnesium isn't technically a vitamin, it's a mineral, but your muscles treat it like gold. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can cramp, spasm, and tire out faster than they should. You might notice this at night, especially those sudden leg cramps that wake you up, or that uncomfortable twitching that just won't stop. Magnesium helps your muscles relax properly after they contract. Without it, your muscles can get stuck in that tight, knotted feeling. And that's not just uncomfortable, it makes walking, climbing stairs, and even standing for long periods more exhausting. Here's the other thing. Magnesium also helps with nerve communication and energy production. That means better coordination and less fatigue when you're moving around. If you've been feeling like your legs give out too quickly or don't have the same stamina they used to, low magnesium could be playing a role. You can get magnesium from leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and even dark chocolate. But as we age, our bodies can struggle to absorb enough, especially if we take certain medications like diuretics or proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux. In those cases, a low-dose magnesium supplement can make a noticeable difference. But as always, check with your doctor first. Now let's move on to the final vitamin in this powerful leg-supporting lineup, folate, also known as vitamin B9. This one is a quiet hero, especially when it comes to circulation and nerve health. Folate helps produce healthy red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your muscles. If your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen, they'll fatigue faster. You might notice that during a short walk, your legs start to ache or burn in a way that doesn't feel right. That could be poor circulation, and folate can help improve. That folate also works closely with B12 to support nerve health. When either one is low, your legs may feel weak, shaky, or unresponsive. That's why both B9 and B12 are often checked together when doctors are looking into balance or walking issues in older adults. You can find folate in beans, lentils, leafy greens, and citrus fruits. And if you're not getting enough from your diet, a supplement might help, especially a methylated form, which is easier for older bodies to absorb. Now, I want to pause here for just a moment, not to repeat what we've already talked about, but to remind you why all of this matters. Strong legs aren't just about walking or exercise, they're your foundation. They help you get out of bed, carry your groceries, keep your balance, dance a little in the kitchen, and live your life on your own terms. They give you freedom. And when your legs feel strong, everything else starts to feel a little easier. Yes, aging comes with changes, but weakness, stiffness, or loss of independence, that doesn't have to be your story. Your body still listens to what you give it. And with the right nutrients, the right support, you can keep doing the things you love, without fear, without hesitation. So whether it's adding a few more leafy greens to your plate, asking your doctor about your vitamin levels, or just getting a little sunlight each day, those small steps add up. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And remember, no matter where you are right now, whether your legs feel strong, tired, or somewhere in between, you are not powerless. You can take action. You can feel better. You can keep going and going strong. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to try this week to support your leg strength? Maybe it's trying a new food. A simple blood test from your doctor can often reveal what you're low on, and that information can be a game changer. And finally, is it too late for me? I'm already in my late 70s or even 80s. Let me tell you something powerful. It is never too late to feel better. Your body is still responding to the choices you make. Muscles can still get stronger, bones can still become more resilient, energy can still return. I've seen it happen too many times to ever doubt it. Now, if you're wondering how to keep all this straight, here's a tip. Make a little checklist or weekly calendar. Write down which vitamins you're focusing on and where you're getting them. Maybe Monday is your leafy greens day. Maybe Tuesday is your salmon and sunshine day. Make it fun. Make it yours. And if you have a caregiver, partner, or adult children, helping out, share this knowledge with them. They can help make sure your meals, medications, and vitamins are working together, not against each other. And remember, you're not doing this alone. This community is full of people just like you, people who want to stay active, independent, and full of life. You've made it through this video, and that already shows you care about your health, that you're still fighting for the strongest version of yourself.